Welcome to another episode of Gaming with the Rev. Today, episode 9. In today's episode, we'll be continuing to develop our downtown area, along with building an airport, and then fixing any other issues that we come across. And now let's get started by expanding our downtown. And as we bring our road through here, we deleted a few power lines, but that's okay. We'll come back to those in a minute and get rid of them because they're redundant at this point. Because our city is developed enough where it is going through all the buildings like it should. So we'll go ahead and delete all these extra power lines that we no longer need. Alright, in this area I'm looking to build 15 by 15 grids, and so as soon as that second line pops up, that's when you know you've hit the 5. So right there, now we got our 5, and that makes our 15 by 15 grid. So I'm just going to continue to lay these out until we fill in this area here.
Say cheese, it's Cheese Week at Big Bite Burgers and Fries. All this week
It looks like our zoo has hit 5 stars, so we'll come in and put in our final 2 zoo attractions and get all those in there.
The Pig Cheesy and our signature flagship, the spicy blue cheese top jalapeno cheese blucher. So hurry in and get them while they last. After all, why take a little bite when you can take a big bite?
My name is Troy, and you're listening to Downtown Radio on 109.7 FM.
There we go. We got all that hooked up now. So our zoo is complete. Well, we have this area mapped out, so now we're going to get our water pipes put in under the roads, and then we'll zone this area to be our city center and financial district. Get our stock exchange building placed, and then we'll come back and paint our district over the area. And then we'll go to the commercial specialization, or nope, we'll end up needing to go to the office specialization and make it for financial buildings. And then we'll have to get out of here and go in to our inspector tool. And here we'll select our modern city center and select that. So now everything will be set up for that as well. And now it's time to get some zoning in, so we'll get that here. After we run some power to the area. We're going to place some office directly behind our stock exchange here. And in this square behind it, we'll put some more offices in. And then we'll do some commercial buildings here just off to the left of our financial buildings. We're going to come over to this side here, and we're going to start laying out some area for some residential buildings. And had to remeasure the roads there to figure out how far I went, which was 720. So now we're just going to come in and bring all these road downs so we can have this densely packed for to squeeze in a lot of high density residential. And now it's time to bring our water pipes over to our new area. And then we'll start getting some city services in this area. And then we'll start zoning. And we'll start with our city services by placing our police station and then our high capacity fire station. And then we'll switch over and get our high density hospital place.
7 FM. I'm Troy Anderson, providing you a fitting soundtrack for that city life you're living.
And then we're going to have to get some power over here as well. And we'll just run this around the outside for now. And now we'll draw our district over this area here. And we'll make this area wall to wall. And then we'll come in here and select our Bronx and Queens. Just a note, I do find out that with the wall to wall on, the Bronx and Queens doesn't actually work in this area. So it shows that it's supposed to be Bronx and Queens, but it actually isn't. And then I come back and I'll turn on the wall to wall commercial, because we're going to use the commercial, or I'm sorry, well, the wall to wall commercial and wall to wall offices, because we're going to use the offices as a noise buffer between our city services and our residential. So now we'll zone in some residential. As you can see, we have a lot of available capacity for our elementary school, but we're adding one anyway, just due to the fact that they don't seem to want to travel to schools outside of their neighborhoods. So now we're going to add a small park here as a playground for the school, and then we're going to need to get some water pipes there as well, because we're just outside of the area that we put water pipes in. And so we'll give them this basketball court and come and run them water lines. And we'll throw this tiny playground in right next door as well to be part of the school area. And now we're going to remove these roads because we're going to put in a nice little park for this area here using some of our new park assets. Right here using the pond with a bridge. And we're going to go ahead and put in a sidewalk restaurant. Come back over and we're going to add some of our other new parks, or not new parks, but some other parks as well. Put in a dog park. And this park with the playground. And this one does have some paths that we can tie into, so we're going to come over to our paths and put some paths through the area. Well, it doesn't look like we can connect to that one, so we'll just come off behind it. And just give our citizens some places to walk around the different parks. And our citizens will need somewhere to go to high school, because again, even though we have the capacity, they don't like to travel. So we'll go ahead and put that in here, and we'll give them a baseball diamond.
your guru Troy, and I have a deep question for you. When the fat lady sings and you're about to kick the bucket, what would you like to have achieved in your life? Fame?
Before we place the football field, we're going to put a road along the side of the high school, and then we'll just butt it up against the road directly across the street from the high school.
With your friends and your family. Pay them the attention they deserve. Today is an
And we'll finish getting our blocks in here for this. And we'll add some parking behind the high school there. And we'll come back in laying down some more roads. Or actually correcting the roads I placed to the ones that I've been using throughout this area. And we're coming in right here and adding in, or upgrading the road to just a 2-lane with bicycle lanes to create that crosswalk between our parking lot and our football field there. Now we'll come in and add more zoning. We'll come back over to our city center area and go ahead and zone in some more commercials since we do have the demand for it. Alright, now we're back on the other side of our map, and we're going to get rid of some of these paths and these roads here, and we're going to build our airport area. Just get some of these roads backed up and cleaned up and out of the way. As we zone in our airport here, this will also level the terrain so we don't have a bunch of lumps and bumps in our airport, and it looks like it deletes the trees as well, so we have a nice clean area for our airport to be built on.
Square Packages, the packaging specialists, are proud to present a box on both your houses. The untold story of the invention of the box and the family rivalry that nearly destroyed it. It's a tale about opening your heart, finding acceptance, and inventing the most efficient means of shipping and packaging that mankind has ever known. Proving that to find what's in your soul, you have to look outside the box and into another box, which is a house. Your home. And that truly is the greatest box of all. Tune in every Wednesday at 8 for this once-in-a-week time television event, A Box on Both Your Houses, presented by Square Packages, the packaging specialists.
Last year, Horse Economy 3 smashed PC sales records and took the industry by storm. Now the hit Equine Economic Simulator has a new expansion that delves into the cutthroat world of real estate.
Alright, just about finished making our one-way loop around our airport area for our entrance. And then we'll get started on the airport here in just a minute.
Can you work your way under the fence and out of your pen and onto your life as a property mogul? Spreadsheets have never.
And we're going to make this area a little bit bigger.
Get a free horse hat. Horse Economy 3. Stable markets. Buy low, sell hay.
This is Downtown Radio, the #1 musical station with the big city pulse.
And now we're just going to go ahead and pick which concourse we want to use. I think the ultra-modern airport looks pretty good, so I think we'll go with that. Well, as we got that place down, it turns out that it's backwards, so we're going to have to flip that around. So we'll get that done, and then we'll get started on building our airport. The first thing we're going to need is some roads coming into our terminal, so we'll come off our one-way road and tie it into our terminal. And then we'll come back off the other side and tie it back into our little loop. In between here, we're going to make this area 2-lane, or I'm sorry, 4-lane, 2 lanes in each direction. Just so people can circle around if they need to. Going to go ahead and add more water in this area by placing it down the new water tower, and we'll take that to our roads, and we'll get those run here. Alright, we got that tied back into our network. Now we just need to get power. And so we'll just run our power right up over here to the edge of our forestry area. And there we go. Now to start building our airport here, we're adding our modern concourse. And this will just allow us to put our gates on there for the incoming planes. And then we can attach our watchtower as well. And now we'll get our small aircraft stand on there so our citizens and tourists have a place to get on and off their planes. Of course, now we need to get some water pipes under here, so we'll just drag that through and run that under our concourse there. Now it's time to get some runways put in, so we'll go ahead and get that done. Well, I was trying to put in a runway going the other direction, but to do that, we need to take some more land here for the airport so we have room for the runway.
This is Troy Anderson, and you're listening to Downtown Radio on 109.7 FM. Can you feel it in your heart? Of course you can. Music is the sound of feelings. Where language fails, music speaks.
And now we'll start getting our taxiways in so our planes can come off, unload, reload, and take off again. Alright, we'll add a second terminal stand in there. There we go. That way we have more than one, and now we have our first plane packed up and leaving. And now we'll come and add some hangars along our taxiway. This helps add to the attractiveness of our airport so we can level up. And we'll have to get some water pipes out here in just a minute as well. As we can see, we have the attractiveness we need. Now we just need a bunch of customers to fly in and out. Looks like we have a crime problem down here, so we'll go ahead and place our police station down here. And now they're complaining of garbage issues. Oh, looks like they got that cleaned up already, though. Just looking here, planning for the future when we have our cargo airport installed. We're going to want to get this industry here brought over to the airport. So we'll go ahead and get that road run now after we go ahead and upgrade this to a 4-lane road, just to give some relief to the traffic here in the area. And now we'll work on getting this road over to the airport. We didn't really need those power lines, but we'll go ahead and connect them anyway. And we've leveled up our airport, so we have some new decorations and some different concourses that we can use.
This is Downtown Radio, and I'm Troy. I once read that the definition of luck is when opportunity meets preparation. That's so true. I mean, throughout our lives, we work hard to become better versions of ourselves, and sometimes, when we least expect it, a door opens and we get a chance. When it does, don't hesitate.
And now we'll work on getting some subway lines from our airport to the somewhere over, yep, that's a good spot, to our edge of our original city, and then down here again by our new downtown area. So just a couple stops to get to from one area to the other pretty quickly. So now we'll put a subway station in here. And we'll work on getting our subway lines run and getting ourselves a line set up. And thinking ahead for the future, I decided it was probably better to go with the double parallel line station instead of just the solo station. So we'll just finish getting that connected up and get our tunnel finalized, and then get our route set up. There we go, got our tunnels hooked up. Now it's time to get our line set up, and we'll make sure we get all 3 stops. And then go ahead and hit a stop on our way back. And there we go. Looks like we got a lot of traffic backing up. That looks like something we're going to have to take care of in a future episode. And now it's time to take a look around town and see what we got done today. As always, I'd like to thank you for watching, and please remember to like, subscribe, and share with anyone that loves City Skylines. This has been the Rev saying thank you, and have a great day.